with the world. Woo! I'm out in Barbados and I'm playing with the world. I just had an amazing conversation with a local and I feel so jazzed up because one thing I know true about all Barbadians, Bahans as they call themselves, they are so nice and genuinely happy and very compassionate and open. They make sure they make eye contact and they really want to, as you're walking down the beach or down the street or in the city, they really make a point to say hi. They are by far the most friendliest that I've met anywhere in the Caribbean, and I just want to hug them all. And that really got me to think about today's message. I want to talk to you today about your goals, and really before you make any life change, any radical life change, there's 3 things you must have in place before you take those steps. And the reason I'm bringing it up and the reason I'm inspired now is because the locals here really reminded me how important family and friends are. And the reality is when I travel, when I really go out and do what I love and connect with people all around the world, it's in part because of the people. I'm so moved and motivated by making new connections and friendships. And that's really something that is important when you're making a radical life change. So the reason I bring this up now is because, as many of you know, several years ago I was diagnosed with clinical depression. I was in corporate and I hated my job and I realized it wasn't serving me. So I left all of that behind to become a travel writer and do what I love. And as I took the steps, before I took the steps, there are 3 things that I had to have in place to help me make my transition very successfully. So whether you want to leave a job you hate, leave a relationship that's not working, you know, start saving money, any radical life change that's really important to you, it's important to put these in place. And number 1, of course, as I started to share, is the importance of a support system that lifts you up and brings you joy. So for me, I was very fortunate to have parents and friends that really supported me leaving corporate. They were like, okay, you want to be a writer? That's a little confusing, but if that's what you think is going to make you happy, go for it. And the more I started to do it, the more confident I became, and the more they saw that it was really what I needed to do for my life. Because now I have books and articles and I'm traveling all around the world and they get it. They see that. But in the beginning, they didn't have to get it, they just had to support it. So if other people in your life aren't understanding your dream, it's okay. They don't have to understand your dream because it's your dream. Don't worry about them getting on board with it, but just see if they can support you. Because there's a difference between supporting and not supporting you. And when they can support you and allow you and trust you to take the steps you know that are right for you, that's what real support is. They may not have to understand it, but allowing you to do it is what's going to be important for your own life. So number 1 is have a very powerful support system in place. My friend Gabby Bernstein talks about the power posse, and that's really what it is. Create your supportive power posse, your structure in place. So that's really the first tip. Anytime you want to make a radical life change, you really want to look at that and look at the people around you and see if they're lifting you up. So tip number 2, before you make a radical life change, and what you really want to make sure is in place, is you want to know your why. Why are you doing what it is you want to do? Why is it you want to lose weight? Why is it that you want to start a new job? Why is it, whatever the big change that you're wanting to embark on, what is the why behind it? And usually it's not as superficial as, let's say you want to lose weight. It's not usually, oh, I want to look good in my bikini body this summer, or I want to look good in my wedding dress. Usually that can be one motivating factor, but you usually have to dig deeper. So if you really want to leave a job you hate and you feel stuck, the why is because you don't ever want to feel stuck again, and you really want to live your life every day where it feels like you aren't working, which is what I've created for myself. Literally, this is work for me right now, sitting here in beautiful Barbados. I'm working, and this is my dream job. And you want to leave your job so you can feel that passion and purpose every day of your life too. Perhaps that might be your intention. So it's about setting your why and letting your why guide you forward each time you make new steps during the transition. So as you're getting ready to embark on change, connect with your why and make sure your why fuels you and makes you feel powerful. Check in with yourself and align with your why. Okay, so the third third reason, the third thing that you really want to put into place as you're making a radical life change is to release expectations. That's right. I want you to release all expectations you have and instead be in the journey. So, for example, this looks like maybe you want to leave a job that you absolutely hate and you expect to make a certain amount of money within a certain amount of time right after you leave that job that you don't like. And this expectation could be hurting you. Instead, it's great to have goals. It's wonderful to set intentions, as I've talked about in other videos and articles. It's good to have those benchmarks, but the key is to not expect them to happen or feel like they have to happen in order for you to be happy. Because if you're putting all of your energy and focus onto these expectations, when they don't come true, guess what happens? You feel like giving up. You feel like this sucks. You wonder why you're doing it in the first place. You lose track of your why. You don't make sense anymore and you get depressed. We don't want that to happen to you. So releasing expectations looks like I am doing what I love daily and I'm connected to the right path for me, or I am honoring my true path forward. Daily intentions will help you as you set mantras for yourself. You really just want to think about your goals, and as you move forward and leave a position or something that's not working for you and really step into something that brings you more joy, align and connect with that joy. So if you're considering making radical life change, I'm talking radical, these 3 steps will help you out. I hope you really enjoyed this video today. Coming to you from Barbados in my bathing suit and my radical sunburn / tan. It's amazing here. I hope you guys get a chance to come to the Caribbean and especially Barbados, because they will welcome you with warm hugs and lots of love. Have fun making that life change. And again, thanks for playing with the world. I'll see you guys next week.
I can taste salt water, and if I blink again, we'll be sinking in. So we'll learn to swim in the oceans you made. I'll hold you, and you'll think of him, and pretty soon you'll be floating away, and I'll hold on to the words you spoke of, anchored down